Good afternoon. My name is Sarah Nasser, and today I'm excited to share with you my FOTIP teaching portfolio. Currently, I'm actually the grade 4 all the way to grade 8 science teacher at a private independent technology-based school in California. And today's purpose is to introduce you to my entire portfolio, let you know what it is and how I've organized it. So you'll notice on the top here that there'll be different tabs. We have the home page, resume, assessment, CSTP and IST evidence, technology competency. Under more, you will notice that we have leadership competencies, and under that sub-tab, you will see Global Citizenship Education Lesson, along with the Teacher Leader Project. So we're going to start with our home page here. Under the home page, we have our resume assessments and CSTP evidence. So here you'll notice that I have an introduction to who I am, along with some of my resources, such as the school where I work at, the district, which is private, but we do follow the standards of our local school district, California state standards. And you'll see a cute little picture of what I do, along with some tabs that will lead you directly to each page and subpage that you need. So this kind of introduces you to that. Okay, so when we go to our resume over here, you'll notice that I have embedded my complete resume. I'm really proud of it. I actually can't believe it's this long. So it includes my address, my education. It also includes my licensure, certifications, and all of my experience, which I must say is quite extensive at this time. So I'm really excited. It includes my elementary school teaching along with my science teaching. I am applying for 2 credentials. Plus, I have my master's in instructional leadership. So it's been quite an exciting, I don't know, decade or two. So you can see that my resume is all throughout, along with my skills, other experience, my special training, etc. Now on to the assessments page. Here you will find the CSTP, CTP assessments. I've organized it in a unique way. You'll notice on the top that I have the assessments, kind of the summary of what the assessments are in this page, along with the color. So the first semester, when you click on the sub-tabs, you'll see that the assessments are highlighted in yellow. Semester 2, you'll notice that they're highlighted in green. That's the areas of kind of a growth where I've expanded. Semester 3, you'll see how I've expanded in the color purple, and semester 4 is light pink. You also notice though in semester 4 that it actually includes the color coding of all semesters. So if you do want to go ahead and pop all the way down to semester 4, it kind of will save you a little bit of time in that it includes all of the colors for semesters 1, 2, 3, and 4. So go ahead and scroll down for you so you can get an idea. The black will kind of show you, okay, we are looking at all of the assessments. Then you'll notice semester 1 with each of the CSTP 1 through 6, semester 2 additionally, semester 3, okay, semester 4, and then you'll notice the pop cycle form, the lesson plan, instructional resources for semesters 1, 2, and 3, along with teacher inquiry for semester 2, teacher inquiry for semester 3, etc. Okay, so looking at that, I just want to show you real fast that if you click on semester 4 for the CSTP, you'll notice that it goes directly to the page that you need. And you'll notice, okay, yellow is for semester 1, green is for semester 2. If we scroll down a little bit, then you'll notice that you'll see purple, that will be semester 3. We're going to scroll down a little bit more. And that's over here, semester 3. And semester 4 will be light purple. So you're going to see that as well. So we're going to close out that little window right there. And we're going to go ahead and navigate over to the pop cycle. I'm going to show you one of the pop cycles. Okay, so we're going to click over to the pop cycle. We're going to choose semester 1. Okay, so you'll notice that this is an overview of what is to be expected for the pop cycle. This is from our teaching program. So we're going to close that out. And we're going to look at the pop cycle form. So here you will see that it's quite extensive. It includes the lesson plan along with the resources. I got a little excited and I also want to make it a little bit easier in that I also included some hyperlinks so you can directly go to the lesson from here. You can also go to the lesson from the Weebly website as well. That's fine, but this just kind of makes it a little bit more convenient. You can see the lesson plan directly in front of you. And even within the lesson plan itself, you will see different kinds of activities, differentiated instruction, etc. All right, so we're going to go back to our lesson plan. You had just seen that, and instructional resources. I'm going to click on that as well. And you'll notice these are some of the extra tools that I use during my lesson plan for this particular pop cycle. And this was quite helpful with the students as well. Okay, so now we're going to move on to our ILP. I'm going to give you an example of one of the ILPs. Okay, so we'll do the teacher inquiry for semester 2, and we'll look at the ILP form. This means the individualized learning plan. This is from spring 2018. You can also see that it's quite extensive, has all of the details that were required, along with the CSTP ratings that were helpful, where I started, where I ended up, etc. Started at applying, for example, for 5.5 and ended up at innovating. Okay, along with the evidence, again, I hyperlinked here for your reference just to kind of help the reader out, the rubrics, the Common Core standards, etc., and the differentiated instruction connected to pre and post assessment. It was kind of a lot of fun, a lot of work, and extensive. The choice boards were a lot of fun to make and really helpful for my class, which was 4th grade at the time. And you'll see all these tools here. So it's kind of fun to take a look at that and to see the post assessment as well. All right, so moving on, I want to show you an ILP that includes technology. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to click on the ILP form. This one's a little bit more recent. This is fall 2018, and this is more technology based. So you'll notice that it's similar to the previous ILP with a focus more on technology. So you'll notice that I have some resources here for you to look at. You'll notice also the results, the Google Forms, how it implemented this information, and additional resources at the bottom. Alrighty, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to close that out. And we are going to move on to our technology competency. So we're going to move on over to the tab over here, technology competency. Alrighty, on this page, you'll see several items. We have my technology position statements. I work, like I told you, with grades 4 through grade 8 science. So I incorporate the next generation science standards along with the Common Core. Lots of e-learning. We had the Novio video. That was a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to applying that with my students as well. Lots of different technology resources. Safety and cyber safety. And it goes throughout those categories. We also have the ISTE standards and self-assessment and the technology choice board. Technology choice board was a lot of fun. I'm going to give you a little view since it's connected to technology using the scientific method. So I had gone crazy with this one, scientific method choice board, because I was doing the science fair for all 5 of those grades, science and engineering fair. So this choice board was a lot of fun in that it was interactive, it's digitally interactive. So for example, you might see this hyperlink linked to a Quizlet where they're going to actually create their own Quizlet on what is the scientific method. So that was pretty cool and really engaging for the students. We're also going to see on the teacher leader competency page, I'm going to close this out over here. We're going to showcase some of my leadership goals. So we're going to look at the leadership goals above. And within my position statement, we have, like I mentioned before, what my technology experience is for both the teachers and the students. And down below, my e-learning teacher preparation and professional learning, what it should include. And as I mentioned earlier, the technology tools and resources, cyber safety, and my self-assessment. So over here, we're going to look at my self-assessment. And in the self-assessment, this is a great way for me to figure out where I was with respect to the ISTE standards. So I was able to go through completely and choosing where I'm at for the ISTE. So this was extensive, but it allowed me to honestly see where my strengths are. Okay, so for example, I'm pretty good at establishing a learning culture that promotes critical examination of online resources and fosters digital literacy and media fluency, especially when we're dealing with the science fair and we are doing research. It's really important for the students to be able to cite the research carefully and appropriately, avoiding plagiarism at all costs, being able to rephrase, but also being safe when they're doing their exploration. With 78 students, need to make sure that they understand what sites they can go to and what sites they cannot go to, right? One area of improvement, so some of my goals would probably include learning and being able to have the students correctly evaluate for accuracy, credible information. This was a tough one. The students want to research really fast, and kind of allowing them to understand what is a credible resource and what is not was a little bit challenging. It gave an entire lesson plan on it. I felt it was quite engaging, but I also felt like I need to go much deeper. I wasn't sure in one lesson that they really grasped the entire concept of what a credible resource is. So that's something that I want to work on for more, like in the future. So that kind of goes over my goals. And now we're going to look at the teacher leader project. I'm sure most of the BITSA students are quite excited about this project. I know I was. So I'm going to show you that right now. Yeah, so this is the big teacher leader project, and what I wanted to do, like I said, I'm the grade 4 through grade 8 science teacher, is I wanted to provide special needs and ELL students alternative ways to show and demonstrate their knowledge that's not as intimidating, let's say, as writing out their answers or typing up paragraphs, etc. So every year I have the opportunity to attend the Q Technology Conference. And this year I focused on learning one tool that I could definitely implement with these special needs and ELL learners. So I had chosen Flipgrid. It was introduced to me very briefly at the beginning of the year, and when I went to the Q Technology Conference, I learned even in more detail how could I actually use this not only with all my students, which ended up being a lot of fun with lesson checks or alternative lesson checks, but specifically with my students who need a different way to demonstrate their knowledge. So this was a lot of fun. I have a lot of information here for you, description, etc. But I kind of want to show you my PowerPoint, just a little bit of it. I want to kind of give you an idea of my PowerPoint presentation. So I'm going to download this for you now and open that up for you. I'm just going to go through a couple of highlights that I was really proud of. The format that this module guided us on was very, very helpful. I really enjoyed discussing with the teachers the difference between equality and equity, especially with special needs and ELL learners, that they just need to be provided something that's specialized for them. I also had a really good time with Now It's Your Turn and really working with the teachers in promoting kind of their confidence using a new tool. And at the same time, I was proud to be able to embed actual videos right here for our students, especially